Hi there, let's go ahead and make this centerpiece slash mailbox swag. It can actually be done for both. Welcome to my channel, I'm Rocio, aka Chio. Let's get started with the supplies. For this design, we're going to be using the next supplies. These attachments, which are some bunny ears, they're super cute. We're also going to be using a 10-inch by 10 yards deco mesh in this gorgeous pink. We're also going to be using these attachments, which are just some eggs from the Dollar Tree. They have jute, they're wrapped in jute, colored jute. And we're also going to be using these ribbons, these 1.5-inch ribbons. And we're also going to be using this 2.5 wide ribbons with some eggs on blue and on pink. And we're going to use some pipe cleaners. And the base is going to be this rail base. It's a metal frame rail base. And all the supplies, I got them from a craft outlet. The 1.5-inch ribbons are from Sam's actually. So these are the supplies we're going to be using. Okay, let's start with our rail form. What we're going to do right here, we want to add pipe cleaners. We have 4 crossbars, and we have 5 sections in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a pipe cleaner first to each section. And I'm using this silicone mat because I'm going to be using some hot glue and I don't want that to drip on my cutting mat. So let me grab the first pipe cleaner, and my glue gun, my hot glue gun is ready to go. So I'm going to put it on the crossbar first. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's a little bit level. And I'm going to put a dab of hot glue in the center. We're going to twist it one time and hold it just as tight as you can. Hold it, and then you're going to wait a few seconds in order for the glue to set. We're going to twist it. I want to twist it about 2 to 3 times. Just make sure that it's secure. I'm going to do the same for the next crossbar. We're going to make sure that it's kind of level. Dab of hot glue on the center. Then we're going to cross it or twist it one time and hold for a few seconds. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and twist it again 2 to 3 times approximately. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do that to each crossbar and then one at the end of each end. So let me go ahead and do that. Put it at the end of the rail form. And it's exactly the same process as we have been doing with the hot glue. We're going to twist, hold, let it set, and twist it. I also want to show you the other part, the other end or the opposite end of the rail form. And on this one, on the opposite side, I want to go ahead and do the center in between the two crossbars. In this case, is the end bar and the first crossbar. And it's going to be exactly the same process. Our hot glue, twist and hold. Let's count a few seconds. Make sure that it sets. And then we're going to twist. Twist. There we go. 2, 3 twist. And I'm going to grab my second pipe cleaner. It's also going to be on the center. Remember, this side, it has to be on the center, so that way we can go ahead and have mesh alternated. So this one's going to go again in between the crossbars. Same process with the hot glue. So I just want to show you how to do this part so you have an idea where to set them, where to put them. So we have one on each crossbar and one on the center and one at the end. Let me go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so we have our rail form all ready with all my pipe cleaners. And what I want to show you right here is each one how it looks, just so to give you a visual of how it looks. So there we go. This is how it looks. It looks like a little worm, right? With a lot of feet. So I'm counting right here, and I'm counting 11 in total, 11 pipe cleaners. And that's the amount of cuts, the amount of mesh that we're gonna cut. And what I'm gonna use to cut is this self-healing mat that is, I believe, 34 inches, 35 inches long. And this acrylic box, this is what I use to hold my mesh, hold my ribbon, and put it facing down, the row facing down. Very simple, nothing fancy. I bought that box, I think, at Michael's long time ago. So I'm going to use my rotary cutter. Any rotary cutter will work. You can use scissors too, but you know, rotary cutter is simple. It's more simple for me. And I'm going to cut the end just so it's a little bit straighter and it doesn't have a lot of fray. I'm not going to do the wood burning tool in this case because it's a long cut. I'm going to do cuts of 30 inches. So I'm going to fold it in itself, and the fold is going to be enough for it to not do a lot of frays. So I think it's not worth to do it with the wood burning tool. And I'm going to cut at the 1 inch mark. And that little rock, I got it from the Dollar Tree some time ago, and it's just like my placeholder, per se, paper holder, in this case mesh holder. And then I'm going to grab the next piece of mesh. Oh, I think I broke a nail or something. Okay, so here we go. This time I decided to work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to the end to the 35. And 35 minus 30, it's actually 5. Let me move this because it's on the way. So I'm actually going to go to the 5-inch mark because I don't know why I didn't do that since the beginning. But anyways, I'm going to roll it on itself so I can put it on the side on my little bucket. And I'm going to do it one more time. So by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. Maybe follow me. That really helps my channel to grow. I appreciate that a lot. So again, we're going to roll it on itself. I have 3 cuts, and remember, we're going to do 11 cuts in total. And show you one more time, just because. Where are you watching from? I'm in Texas. I would love to know where you're watching from. If you can leave me a comment, what state or city you're watching from, and say hi to the rest of the people that are watching this tutorial as well. Okay, well, let me go ahead and do this last cut for you guys. But it's very simple. As you can see, I'm just measuring 30 inches. And we're going to do 11 cuts in total. I'll be back when I finish this part, okay? Okay, so here are my 11 cuts at 30 inches each. And we're going to bring the rail form so we can start attaching our mesh. So this time I'm going to use the ruffle method because I think it's simple, it's easy to use, and it looks very pretty. So I'm going to roll my mesh, roll it out, looking down like the curl towards my table. And I'm going to go ahead and fold it about an inch, inch and a half. And that will avoid the fray, any kind of fray to show because it's folding on itself. So to do this method, I'm going to find the center of the mesh. And I'm going to scrunch, and gather. We're going to scrunch and gather. And that's basically it. Scrunch and gather. And let me remove the scissors. And fold it, fold the end, inch, inch and a half in itself. And here we go. That's your ruffle method. I want to go ahead and open my pipe cleaners and place it. I want to place it in a vertical way. So I'm going to press on my pipe cleaner, and let's go ahead and twist 2 to 3 times to hold it in place. And it's a vertical place. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time to show you the ruffle. Let me grab a piece that was more towards the beginning of the row, that is not as little or curl. My scissors are just to, the scissors that I'm putting there is just to put some weight on it so it doesn't roll on itself again. So let's go ahead and do an inch, inch and a half, fold it. We're going to scrunch and gather, all the way to the end. removing my scissors. Almost getting at the end, I'm gonna fold it in itself 1 inch, inch and a half, and there we go. Let's go ahead and place the second one. And again, I want it in a vertical way. So let me go ahead and open my pipe cleaners. Put it on the center. Just calculate eyeball. I'm gonna go ahead and twist it 2 or 3 times. And the reason I want it vertical is because I want the factory edges, the edges that come sealed on the portion that is on the bottom and on the top. And that's basically how we're gonna do it. Here is my rail form, all fluffy, all pretty. Look at that, all the ruffles. Doesn't it look, this looks so fluffy? I'm gonna go ahead and put the very last one, which is at the end of my rail form, and that will make it 11 pieces in total. So like I showed you, fold an inch and a half. Let's go ahead and scrunch, gather the mesh, and I'm going a little bit faster this way and this time. And let's go ahead and fold it. Now this is so full that you have to find the pipe cleaners and make some space to put your deco mesh, because it is very full, you guys. It looks like a spongy cloud. At least that's how I feel it looks. At this point, it's kind of hard. Well, not hard, but a little bit more together. So let's go ahead and do that. And here is how it looks. Okay, this is how the back looks. You see, I'm not going to put anything on the center. I think it's full enough. So we're going to just leave it alone. The mesh is ready to go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some ribbon tails to each of the pipe cleaners. So let me go ahead and straighten them up. To cut my ribbon tails, I'm going to go ahead and use this tool that I got at Craft Outlet. And it extends up to 20 inches, I believe so. So it does 14 on this side, and if you want more length, you can go ahead and extend the other side. But I just need 12 inches. So I'm gonna anchor my ribbon on that side, making sure that the end, it's all the way to the end of my tool. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go around, and we're gonna cut 5 pieces of this one and 6 pieces of the other one. I'm sorry, backwards. This is gonna be 6 pieces of this combination and 5 pieces of the other one. So I just go ahead and cut. Let me go ahead and remove the ribbon from my measuring tool. Careful so it doesn't get stuck. And you don't need this, guys. You can just cut it by hand. You know, you don't need all these fancy tools. If you're starting, don't feel like you need them. You can do it by hand, just measuring with a ruler or your rotary cutter. Your self-healing mat. And because I have this pair of scissors that are pretty good, I got them on Amazon. I love them. I can cut all the ribbon all at once at the edge. And let's go ahead and dovetail them. If you haven't dovetailed any kind of ribbon or ribbon tails, let me go ahead and show you how to do it. Let me actually go ahead and do the other combination color first. So same thing, I'm going to anchor it, and then I'm going to just go around 6 times, well, more like 3 times in total, so I can go ahead and get my 6 cuts of ribbon tails. Go ahead and cut. I forgot I needed this combination too. As you can see on the bottom, I already cut the first combination of colors, which is going to be the pink and the purple. And let me go ahead and flatten this up a little bit, find my center. And you can use any kind of scissors. If your scissors are not super sharp, that's fine, you know. You can cut them less ribbon at the same time. It's all good and dandy. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to cut the last part. And I'm going to go ahead and dovetail them for real now. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you how to dovetail a ribbon tail. You're going to grab it and fold it in the middle vertical. And I'm going to grab from the folding side up to where the wire is at. So let me go ahead and do it again. I'm gonna fold it from the folding side up, and that's gonna create your dovetails. Let me go ahead and dovetail the rest. Now that I have all my ribbon tails with the dovetail at the end, I'm gonna go ahead and attach them to my centerpiece / mailbox swag. I put mailbox swag because actually you can bend the form into, let's say, a U form, and you can go ahead and attach it in a mailbox on the top. You can use a big zip tie or several zip ties once you bend it. I am not bending it right now because it can also be used as a centerpiece. So I don't know if when somebody buys it, they want to go ahead and do that. But let me show you how to do the ribbon tails. So you're going to measure the metal. I'm eyeballing, right, guys? But you can measure, no problem. When you're starting, I recommend to measure. But once you've been doing this for a little bit or a while, you cannot be able to eyeball. So let me go ahead and place it. And the combination color that I'm using is the blue with the eggs, the 2.5 inch on the bottom, and the 1.5 inch color like mint, green mint on the top. And I'm want to go ahead and twist about an inch or an inch and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and snip it with my little wire cutters. These are the little ones. You don't need the big ones for this. Go ahead and snip it. And what I want to do is going to go ahead and fold it in half first on itself, fold it, and then fold it again into my deco mesh or rail form or any kind of form, wreath form, whatever you're using. That way you avoid anybody poking themselves with that pipe cleaner. Let me go ahead and do it again. And this is the combination of the pink 1.5 with the 2.5, I'm sorry, 2.5 on the bottom, the pink one, and a 1.5 light purple or lavender on the bottom. And of course, I forgot to dovetail the pink ones on one side because, you know, I forget stuff all the time. Why not? Okay, here we go again. Let's go ahead and grab the pink one, 2.5 on the top, the 1.5. Do a little crisscross, like just for a little bit. I'm crossing it, and let me go ahead and do a V. Eyeball or check the center, and let's do a V. And let me go ahead and place it. The V is going to be facing towards you. And again, I'm going to twist about an inch or an inch and a half, a little bit over an inch at least. Let's go ahead and cut that. We're going to go ahead and fold on itself one time and then fold it again towards the middle. And let's fluff a little bit our ribbon tails. And I'm going to be doing a combination, so one of each, alternating the colors. So now it's turn for the blue one and the green one. Let me go ahead and show you. Just a little angle, just a little, you know, a little V there that we need. Go ahead and place it again. And let's go ahead and twist it a little bit over an inch, inch and a half. And that's just to make sure that it's secure, because if somebody or you pull on the ribbon, you don't want it to be too short so where it like it's gonna undo itself, you know. So make sure that you put it on half, fold it in half, and again, let's go ahead and hide it per se a little bit. And that's what I'm gonna do all around. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll be back with you. Now that all my ribbon tails are in my rail form, I'm just gonna go ahead and fluff them a little bit because they kind of fold on themselves. This is how it's gonna look for now. And then I want to put a middle bow and two bows on the side. So here goes the bow. Let's use this easy bow maker because I cannot do hand bows to save my life, y'all. So I need some zip ties. I have a collection of zip ties. All the colors you imagine, I have them, because I'm going to use that to secure my bow. Okay. So I think I want to do a tail. I'm going to do a three loop bow. So I'm going to do the rule of 3. So let me go ahead and let's start with a 7-inch tail approximately. So I want to make sure that the pretty side it's facing up. There's my tail, approximately 7 inches. And I'm using the measurement of the Easy Bow Maker, but you can use also your self-cutting mat to measure. So I'm going to go ahead and twist. And what I want is the bottom part of the bow, well, the bottom part of a ribbon facing down. So whenever I bring my loop again to the top part, it's facing the correct way. It's facing the top of the ribbon. Okay, and I'm gonna do a 6-inch loop, and I'm gonna do the same thing. You need to press on the bottom and twist. So you go ahead and get the face down. Remember, first face down, then create the loop, and that's gonna be facing up. And go ahead and put this ribbon tail on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and measure my 6 inches. Again, twist and press. Bottom side facing to you or facing up. Go ahead and create our loop. Bring it up. Put it in between the dowels. And let's go ahead and press. This time I'm not gonna twist because that's all oh my god, I lost my words. All the loops I want. So 7 inches for the next tail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my second ribbon. Go ahead and just position it how we want it for now. And I think I'm gonna use this 1.5-inch green mint color, or should I use the purple one? I think I want to use the purple one to bring some of the green a little bit more forward, more up. So let me go ahead and untwist this because it got a little bit twisted on my self-rolling dowel over there. So we're going to do the same measurements. We're going to do a 7-inch tail. And because this bow is a round bow, I want to go ahead and do almost the same measurements for all the loops. So this one's going to be also a 6-inch loop. And I know this is the same, it doesn't have a pattern on either side, but I still want to go ahead and twist because that creates more volume on your bow. So same process, go ahead and press, twist. Let's go ahead and create our loop. And if you think you're bow challenged, don't worry. I feel like I'm bow challenged sometimes, but you know, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get at it. If you're starting, don't be hard on yourself. I know it's like, oh my God, I cannot do it like other people. I didn't started doing it like I started with Dollar Tree stuff, you guys, and my bows were awful. I promise you. I was using this little tool to make bows from Michael's, and it was not the best, but it did the trick. I started with minimal amount of tools, and my bows were awful, but I practiced and practiced, watched videos, and you know, after 2 years, I think I'm better at making bows. I still don't think I'm an expert like other people, but I think I'm good enough. I wanted to use this pink 2.5-inch, but then I realized I didn't have enough. So let me see. I think I have enough. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Okay, so I'm going to make this one a little shorter. So that's going to be a 6-inch tail. Yeah. And let's say a 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's go ahead and do my other loop. Another 5.5 just to make it a little bit shorter from the two bottom ones. 5.5. There we go. Remember to twist your ribbon, press it. Don't forget to twist and press. Another loop because this is the ribbon, the bow that has 3 loops. Remember, that's the round bow that we're making this time for the center. I'm gonna go ahead and do my 6-inch tail. Cut it. There we go. That's 6 inches. Okay. And then I'm gonna bring the green the green ribbon on top, the 1.5. And just go ahead and face it where I want it to face. This is a 1.5 green mint, and it's gonna be the same thing, you guys. Is we're just gonna do the same amount of loops. We're gonna start on the opposite side. So this time I'm gonna start on the left side because the last one was on the right side. Just to balance it a little bit. You don't want all your tails facing one way. If not, it's gonna look like a little bit uneven. So I'm gonna do the same measurements as the 2.5 pink one. We're gonna do a 6-inch loop and a 5.5, I'm sorry, 6-inch tail and a 5.5 loop. And I'm just using the measurements of my Easy Bow Maker. Also, this one doesn't have an actual right or like up or down size with patterns or anything, but I still want to go ahead and twist it. You don't have to, but I want to go ahead and twist it. And this is how I'm creating my loop. I know when I started making bows, it seemed very complicated, but I promise you, the more you watch YouTube videos and watch other creators do it, it's going to get easier and easier. I have a lot of ribbons over here, you guys. This is getting a little bit crowded over here, but it's okay. Okay, that's my second loop. And I'm going to do my third loop right now. Go ahead. At this one, I'm just kind of like eyeballing it. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, there we go. 3 loops and 2 tails. I was going to make a 4th one, but I decided not to. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and grab my zip tie. You can go ahead and do it with a clear zip tie. Let me see if I have a color that matches the green ribbon. Hold on. Let me go ahead and look over here, and guess what I do? It's not exactly the same color, but I like it to match. Again, clear zip tie will do the trick. Don't worry about it. Then we'll go ahead and grab my other pipe cleaner. I need a pipe cleaner, so I'm going to go ahead and lift. Well, first let me find the center of the ribbon, of the bow. Let me go ahead and lift it a little bit, and I'm going to put it underneath. I'm going to bring it up just to make sure that it's kind of even. Grab the zip tie, okay? Put it underneath. Make sure that one side of the zip tie, like the top part, for example, goes on the bottom, and then the other one goes on the opposite side. That way it will grab the pipe cleaner. Otherwise, it's not going to grab the pipe cleaner, and you know, it's not going to be in the center. You're not going to be able to attach it. So let's go ahead and press it on the middle. Let's go ahead and tight the zip tie a little bit more, and these are the fingers that I'm using. Lift it, zip tie a little bit, zip tie a little bit more, not all the way. Let's go ahead and flip my zip tie, grab my pipe cleaners. See how they're in between the bow and the zip tie. Let me go ahead and flip it. Make sure that it's on the center. The zip tie is on the center of the bow. Go ahead and zip tie a little bit more, and before I do a final pull, let me go ahead and make sure that my loops are even. Yep, pretty even to me. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. We are not looking for perfection here. This is our handmade items, so it's not going to be perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and pull it real good. Real good. Very tight. Use my snip tools and cut that zip tie. Let me go ahead and do a few twists so it doesn't go anywhere, the pipe cleaner. And let's go ahead and fluff my bow. But first, let me actually dovetail the tails of the ribbon. And like I said, you're going to flip it vertical, fold it vertical. You're going to start from the folded side and do an angle up to where is the wire. Let me just go ahead and find all my ribbon tails, dovetail them. And when I started, guys, I thought people were saying ducktail them. So I went around my life for, I don't know, a year saying, oh yeah, I ducktail my ribbon ends. Guys, it's dovetail. What was I thinking? Anyways, time to fluff. I like to start from the bottom. Just flip it and fluff a little bit, the very bottom one. Okay. Let me go ahead and do the second layer a little bit, facing the bow down. Then I'm going to flip it in a second. Now I'm going to do the third layer. Just pulling and twisting, not too hard, but you should be able to pull a little bit hard without the loops moving around or slipping through. That's why you need to your zip tie needs to be a little bit tight, or as tight as you can get it. Okay, there's my bow. It looks a little bit weird right now, but when I position it inside on top of my wreath, we're gonna go ahead and see how beautiful it looks. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna make 2 other bows for the ends, but I'll show you those ones later. Okay, so I went ahead and put the bow off camera. Both of actually the 3 bows, the center bow and the bows on the side, which are just 2 loops on each one. And let me bring my bunny ears. These ones have already some wire on the bottom of them. It's actually a very thick wire, and it's pretty long because it depends where you're gonna attach it. So once, in order to attach it, I'm gonna go ahead and push them through the mesh. But let me go ahead and see where I want them first. Okay, so I think right there, the first one looks good. Because I'm gonna put it in between, like the bow is gonna be in between the bunny ears. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little twist on the bottom, just so it doesn't move, just temporarily. And let me go ahead and insert the second bunny ear, and I'm gonna push it through the mesh because I want a little bit of that consistency of the mesh. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and also do a temporary twist once I like it where it goes. I'm gonna go ahead, and this one is moving a little bit, but it's okay, guys. I'll fix it in a bit. So let's see, I'm struggling a little bit right here. Okay, seems right. Seems like I like it. Go ahead and pull it a little bit more down so it's on the same level as the other bunny ear. Let me go ahead and flip it and see where I am. Okay, so I did put it between the crossbars. Oh no, wait, I didn't. Let me go ahead and put it one on each side. Let me make sure that it's where I want it still. And I'm gonna go ahead and twist. These wires are pretty hard, guys. They are pretty thick, so I may struggle a little bit to twist them. Let me see. This one is already between the bars, so I'm gonna go ahead and twist. Yep, the twists are very big, or twist very big or thick per se. So let me see. Let me think what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna twist. Okay, I'm twisting, and I'm basically evaluating the situation here. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it in between one of the bars on top. I want extra security, and everything that I do, I want extra security, because sometimes I sell this ones and I don't want this falling apart on my customer. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. Am I gonna the same way? Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and do it the same way. Put it on the top bar, and let me go ahead and make more twist. Oh, it got stuck on the mesh. I think I'm doing like 3-4 twists right here. Yeah, it sounds about 3, 4. Okay. Let me flip it over, make sure that it looks fine. Looks fine so far. The good thing about everything having wire is that you can position it however you want, and like move it, like right here, move it more to the center to make sure that it's where I want it. Okay, it's not too flimsy. Actually, it has some movement, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. How am I gonna do this? Am I thinking to wrap it around again? No, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna, let's see. I'm not sure, guys. Let's improvise right here. This is my second bunny ear swag. The other one, it's actually on my mailbox. Let me use this pliers to try to curl it on itself. I don't want anybody to poke themselves with the wire. Let me use my bolt cutters to cut let me cut this thick, oh my god, again I lost my words, wire. So I'm gonna twist it a little bit more and cut it. I think I'm gonna use my pliers again to curl it. This bolt cutter saved my life, you guys. I don't have a lot of strength on my hands, so they are big savers. I love them. They're lightweight and they cut through a lot of wire and, thick wire and all that. So using my pliers, I am just gonna curl it on itself to make sure that nobody catches that end of it. So I'm just gonna curl it and twist it, curling and twisting on the other one as well. Okay, this is giving me a little bit of hard time, but I think I got it right here. Let me see. I twisted the other way actually, and it's looking like it's working now. Okay, yep, I think I got it. Just do this one last time. Just don't want anything poking. The other way, guys, the other way. Just play around with it, because sometimes it's just trial and error. There's some things are not a perfect way to do it, definitely. Okay, so let me flip it over again. Let me go ahead and twist them and put them a little bit together, and I think it looks good. What do you think? Here goes my final touches. Let me go ahead and fluff my bows, make sure that they look the way I want it. And this is wire ribbon. Anytime that something messes up or flattens, don't worry. You just, fluff it, twist it, whatever you want. That's what we use wire ribbon. It's better. It holds better. And there's two bows on the end. These bows at the end, I didn't show them on camera. They're simple bows. They just have two loops on the side. And I'm going like 6 inches, 5.5, and 5 inches just to create a little bit of a layer. Let me go ahead and make sure I fix this ribbon here. I think I'm gonna put something on the middle. Oh, those little eggs that I had, that they're wrapped on that kind of like how you call it, like it's like a thread. I can't remember the name. Do you remember the name? Let me know in the comments because I cannot remember the name. And I'm using on the bottom some silicone mats. I try to use them whenever I'm going to use any kind of hot glue because I don't want my cutting mat to get, with hot glue. Okay, let me see how I'm going to put this little eggs right here. Is it a jute cord? Is that how you call it? Okay, let me use this blue one here. I think I'm going to use the blue one. And I think I'm going to use a blue one on the other one. And no, a green one. I think a green one. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the green one. Let me go ahead and cut the end with my bolt cutters. And actually, I'm probably going to save that little dowel of wood because you never know when you're going to need these things. I always save things, guys, for later. I really do. Let me cut the second one. Here we go. That was very, very easy. Let me keep this just in case I use it. I always use the things. They make fun of me in my house. They're like, oh my God, you're always saving pieces of this and that. Just throw it away. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to throw it away because I promise you I'm going to use it. Even if it's a year from now, I am going to use it. So I'm putting a lot of hot glue on the center of my bow. And I'm going to hold the egg for a little bit to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, to make sure that it sets. So again, let's hold and put a bunch. Well, when I say a bunch, it's not just a dab of glue. A little bit more than a dab of glue. Don't overdo it either. I'm going to put this second egg right here. I'm going to hold them for a little bit just to make sure that they don't go anywhere. But for real, who else saves the little parts of stems or little things that you think they're trash? I save them, guys. I save them for real. Okay, I think I can let go now. And on the metal, I think I'm gonna use the blue one. Yeah, I think the blue one's gonna go good on the middle. Let me go ahead and grab my hot glue gun, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of glue in here because the bow is bigger. And then I'm just gonna position my egg, hold it, and this is the last, yeah, this is gonna be the last egg I'm gonna put. I'm thinking maybe, should I put more, like, sticking out? I was thinking about it, but I am not sure right now. So, oh, those little glue spider webs that we get all the time. I got it on my finger too. Okay. I think, let me think. Do I want to bring another one in the mixture? Let me see. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. So this is gonna be the last things that I do to my swag, guys. What do you think about the process? I know it's not as fast as other things, but I really like how it looks. Let me show you the final product. Okay, you guys, what do you think about it? It looks awesome to me. It looks so cute, so Eastery, so pastel, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. These are my social medias. Feel free to follow me, and I'll see you later. Bye.